You might be asking me some questions like, how do you know that it will go to the downside and so that you play it to the long side? I don't know. You have the idea, you have the plan, just trade the plan and execute it accordingly. Hey everyone, Aiman is here. Today we are missing Simon, and the reason we're missing him is BBT meetup in Vancouver. Totally blame that, not me. Today I am going to do a simulator replay video on a trade I've taken 29th of November. That was Monday and it was executed on Uber. But before that, make sure to sign up to our weekly simulator emails that we send on weekly basis on Wednesdays and Fridays. There we send you stocks that you could have played with an explanation of how you could have executed the trades. Now let's go back to the trade. The trade that I've taken last week was on Uber. This week on Monday was on Uber, and the reason I played it was this. If you take a look at the daily chart, we kind of double bottomed, and on Friday 26th of November we closed as a hammer at the bottom area down here. This tells me that the next candle, which is the day I played it, 29th of November, we are more likely going to go to the long side. How can you play it? You can play it in two ways. The first way you could play it is play it above yesterday's high for a gap fill. The other way you could play it, and this is the way that I love playing stocks these days, is buying it as close as possible to yesterday's low and then target the potential risk to reward you are looking for. Personally, I don't want to play it above yesterday's high. Why is that? The reason for that is that we are having this week down here on the daily really close after the breakout area. It's 25 cents for you to make profits on. That's why I'm going to avoid the break of yesterday's high, and I try to aim to get an entry as close as possible to yesterday's low. Now you might be asking me some questions like, how do you know that it will go to the downside and so that you play it to the long side? I don't know. When I build my watch list, I have a list of stocks, 100 stocks. I set alerts around some particular levels, and when the stock drops into that particular level, I pay close attention to it. If I have a parabolic move or maybe increasing volume at the low of the day, the ATR maybe hit, any confirmation that this stock is good for long, I play to the long side. Otherwise, I just simply skip it. Now let's go to the execution on the smaller time frame. And here I already forwarded to 10:30. Take a look at this thing. So the stock at the open, it started dropping down. It started dropping down within yesterday's range. You could see the price $39. There it is, the $39. No reason to play it to the long side anywhere right there, and honestly no reason to play it to the downside. You really don't want to play it to the downside within a hammer. It could drop into the 50 moving average on the 5-minute chart, bounce and go up. It could drop lower. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen and where it's going to bounce from. You have the idea, you have the plan, just trade the plan and execute it accordingly. Taking a look at this thing, it dropped all the way closer to the 38.80 level. That's actually enough. And personally, I think if you gave it a try to the long side around here, that would have been a decent try. But I personally would avoid it. Why is that? Because my stop loss would need to be at 38.80, and I don't want to get to the long side at 39, having 20-cent stop loss on Uber, which has an average range of $1.40. Like if it gives me the whole ATR move, I'll get only 7 hours, and that's good, but you can't really hope to get the whole ATR move in a reversal. I want to get in as close as possible to the 38.80 with a tighter stop loss. And now I have enough confirmation. First of all, I have the hammer intraday around here, which shows me that this area is an area where buyers are interested at to get into this stock. And this area is close to the low of previous day, which was Friday, on the 60-minute chart, and it's close to the double bottom on the daily. Let's play it now at a bigger speed or a higher speed and see what could happen with this one. So you could see it's still consolidating, it's still going sideways. The confirmation that this could actually drop lower is the bounce of the 50 moving average with the reverse hammer. This tells us that we could break below the low of the day, and honestly, why I do not believe that it will run if it breaks down is the fact that it already dropped down $3. I told you the ATR on Uber is $1.40 or maybe $1.80. I don't remember, but somewhere around that. And we dropped down $3. If we break the low of the day, it will be a trap for sellers. They'll believe that, okay, we broke the support and now we could continue selling off. What they don't believe, maybe what they didn't pay attention to is the fact that you have a level at 38.80. It was a hammer from the previous day, and that the ATR is already hit, and you see that fake breakdown, closing or almost closing as a doji or as hammer. What you could do is wait for the candle to close just to confirm that the level is holding. There it is, and buy it on the next candle. Unfortunately, some slippage because the speed is really huge or really high, 5 times speed. But I remember I've taken the trade at somewhere 38, 83, 82. You could take a look at my Twitter channel. I post my trades there on daily basis. Not all of them, but the ones that I think are going to benefit you. My Twitter handle is down there at the bottom to the right. Now what we could do is let's increase the speed to 10 times speed just to see what happened in this one and how to take partials on this particular trade. As we mentioned, your entry was at 38.87, your stop loss would be at around 38.77, right? That's a 10-cent stop loss. What I usually aim for is at least a 7 to 1. Later on the day, I could compromise and I could go for a 5 to 1. With the as that stop loss as a 10 cents, you could go for 7 to 1. Why is that? The ATR on Uber is $1.40. You can expect it to make 70 cents, like 50% of the ATR on the pullback before reversing, meaning that you will be targeting around 39.57 on your partial. Let's just hold on to it. Actually, I think if we'll hold or wait, it will take so long time. They just crawl forward, and there it is. It goes in our favor. It continues to go higher. And again, if you want, you can start taking partials at 3 to 1 or 4 to 1 from 87 to 27. That is already a 4 to 1. You can start looking profits if you feel that you need to do so. I personally would hold it for a longer run, try to get more on this particular trade. Anyway, that was the thought process on this trade. This is how I executed it. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the comment section. Any feedback is also appreciated. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And I'll talk to you next Friday, I guess, on a new recap. Bye, everyone.